Good morning and welcome to this Teamer webinar. Thank you for taking the time to attend. We will be covering the basic components of setting up a team and sending out your notifications on Teamer. This webinar will take approximately 10 minutes. There will be a question and answer session at the end, but also feel free to ask questions as they come up during the webinar itself. So we will start from our basic start position, which is that you have come to Teamer, you've logged in or you've signed up, and now you're ready to create a team and proceed from there. So we have a number of steps we need to move through, all very straightforward. The first one is to set up a team. Now, in order to create a team from Teamer, this webinar will take approximately 10 minutes. So we start by clicking Create a Team. And the system looks for some basic information about our team, starting with team name, the sport we play, the country where we are, our county, time zone, gender of the team, and also the age profile of the team. We have two options that are important to note at this point. Allow team members to see each other's contact info. This can be very helpful if perhaps team members share lifts or need to be in contact with each other. However, you may also choose, particularly in large teams, to ensure that actually the team member contact information is available only to organisers and co-organisers. So checking that box will allow that information to be private. Also, there's a decision point there around the uploading of photographs to the system, whether you want only organisers and co-organisers to be able to do that, or if you'd like the team to be able to upload photos as they wish. So make your choices in that regard and then click Create Team. So here's our basic team space. On this panel is pretty much all the information you need at any given time about the team and goings on within the team. We see that there's a calendar for events, and beneath that there is a feed of the most recent activities within the team. You can see in this case that I have started the team 2 minutes ago, and that is shown up on the feed. So probably the first thing we need to do is to add a team photo. So always nice for the folks who are involved in the team when they come in to feel at home. One of the key ways of doing this is to add a photograph. System enables you upload the photograph and crop as needs be in order to get a photograph that suits. This looks pretty good, so we'll go ahead with that and proceed. And you can see there that the team appears in the photograph, and as I say, will help everyone feel at home. The next step in the process is to add our members. So we click on the member list. You can see that currently I'm the only member of the team. Now, there's a number of ways which we can add members. If you choose, you can add them individually by entering the data, name and contact information of each player into this panel. However, you can also upload from a spreadsheet, and that's what we will do today. Worth noting that there is a little schema in the instructions that shows us what the spreadsheet should look like if we want to bulk upload. So we just pause on that for a moment. We can see we need a first name, a last name, and then there is an email and phone option. Worth noting, you don't need both email and phone. One or other is fine, but you must have one in order to upload players to the system. So we make sure that our spreadsheet is saved in a .csv format rather than a .xls format. To access a .csv format, click Save As in your spreadsheet, and a number of options will appear. and amongst those options is .csv. So in order to upload to the system, you need to save as a .csv file. We will go ahead and proceed to upload a team that I have set up from earlier. It's as simple as uploading really any file. Select the file and then click upload. Now, the system will work away on that upload. It will take approximately a minute. Whilst we are awaiting that, we will quickly move on and look at the documents section, one of the other features of the service. So the document section is useful in two regards. The first one is it's an excellent storage area for documents and information that is relevant to the team. Also, when you save a document within the system, you have an opportunity, if you choose, to send it via email to the members of the team. Uploading, again, is a simple process. You name the file, a description if needs be, you select the file you wish, and for the purpose of this we'll just take my team as if I wish to send out my .csv file to everyone. And then, crucially, if you wish to just store the document, you just go ahead and upload. However, if you wish to store the document and let people know it's there, well, then you click the Notify Team Members section here. Then we just upload the document, and it is both stored within the Teamer system, accessible to the team members as needed. You know, it might be an insurance form, design for new kit, whatever. But also, as I say, you've got the option there to send it out to the team if you choose. So, with that, we will move back to the member area. And we find that our team upload has completed. So, in the member area, it's essentially a database of the team's contact details. You can choose to designate different authorities to players. And we'll quickly do an example of that. So let's say that Keith is going to be a co-organizer of our team. Now, a co-organizer gets to share the access capabilities of an organizer. Players essentially have a read-only capability. Co-organizers and organizers are in a position to edit data, to set up games, and to add new players. So the capabilities of players and co-organizers or organizers is really quite different. And you can choose to allow people share the load or the burden of the task, if you wish, by making them co-organizers. There also is, and I'll draw your attention to it over here, within this database, the ability to set your own type of group. So it might be that you may have a large team, you may wish to designate them by color, you may have a red team, a green team, and a blue team. So if you choose, you can go in, create a new group. We'll call our group Blue Team. And we will find, let's say that Niall is a member of the blue team. We will find that when we go in, now along with player and co-organizer, there's an option for Niall to be a member of the blue team. So we will make Niall a member of the blue team. This designation is very useful, particularly with large groups, because as you move through the system and the system's functionality, you can choose to, for instance, send an invite to everyone. You can send an invite to hand-selected people, or you may say, I want to send an invite to a game to the blue team. So it enables you to break down the large group into a smaller, perhaps more manageable group, and then to apply the group in question to whatever bit of the system's functionality you're looking to use on the day. The other component here that is worth noting is if we wish to remove a player from the team, we do that via the red bin icon. So the process there is to click on the player's name. When their detail appears in the large panel, click on the bin icon, and Niall, the only member of our blue team, will duly disappear from our team. So that's our member list. We'll move on now to set up our first event. To kick off the process, we need to click Add New Event. Add New Event is an icon or a tab that is available across the site, certainly on the main page, but always accessible by clicking on the Events tab in the main navigational menu. When we decide to set up an event, we initially choose what sort of event is it. We'd say in this case it's a game. You can see that there's a number of default game event types, and then also a final bespoke one called Other, which would allow you, in fact, to type in an event of your choosing. We are saying we're going to have a game. We are going to have a game next Monday, and that game is at 7 p.m. We can choose if we wish to make it a recurring event, up to 12 events, up to 12 weeks into the future. That would be the event will occur on the same day at the same time for the next consecutive 12 weeks. Now, next up is the venue. In our case, we are going to say it is a home game. And our the team we are playing Rovers. A couple of other options here. If we choose, particularly for away games, we can specify a meet time and a meet location. So perhaps your game is at 2 p.m. You wish to meet at your own ground at 1 p.m. in order to travel collectively to the game. The team will certainly accept that information and relay that information to the players, and then players can choose when accepting their notification whether they'll travel directly to the venue or whether they will meet initially at your own home ground. All games also come with a man of the match poll. The man of the match poll is a fun way of, I suppose, encouraging effort and performance within the team. The default is that the man of the match poll is on for games, and if you wish to switch it off, the second option there will allow you manage that. You can also, if you choose, send a game notification to a member of the opposition. And again, if you choose that, you simply enter the opposition's organizer's mobile phone number, and they will get a message from the system that says the game V All-Stars is in the All-Stars ground at 7 p.m. on the 9th of June. And that helps, I suppose, avoid confusion between the two teams. The next available field allows us enter a Google map to the event if we wish. When using that, you enter the address of the venue, double check to make sure that the pin is located in the correct location, and that will also be dispatched with the notification, and players, should they need to, can use it as a reference for finding the pitch. The final option there, 24 hours before the event kicks off, all players will receive an email reminder. Should you choose, you can switch that off again by using the toggle. We'll proceed to click Create Event. So our event is now set up. All we need to do is decide who's playing and send them the notification for the event. You have two options. You can add players to the lineup manually, or indeed, if you choose, you can add all players. Now, all players have moved across. We'll just take a quick look at the iconography we see here. All players on the team who have an email address will receive email by default. Players who do not have an email address but do have a mobile phone number will receive SMS by default. In order to enable you manage your 200 SMS per month allowance, If you wish to send SMS to those people who have an email, so if you wish to send two forms of communication, SMS and email, you'll need to do that via this tab at the top of the event here. That switches on SMS for all the people who have email. The star logo designates someone who has the Teamr app, and we'll be taking a quick look at the Teamr app in a couple of minutes. The apps are a rapidly growing, ideal way for players to remain in contact and engaged with the team's activity. The plus sign for the player named Ken Moulton here identifies that they have an email in the system but no phone number. And if you choose, prior to sending out the event, you can add a phone number. Once we have the team selected, we move to the bottom of the team list and we decide how exactly we want to transmit this notification. We have two options. We can send now or we can send later. If we choose send later, we select a time and date at which we wish the notification to go. That can be very useful if you're scheduling events far into the future. However, in most cases, we wish this event to be sent out now, and we send out. So we click send now as a result. The system comes back and says that's a success, though that event has been sent. And we can see that all players have moved to the designation no response. So that essentially says that the notification has been sent, but as of yet, the players are yet to respond. Over time, as the players respond, we will quickly take a look at an email here. We can see that the system is giving me the information about the game. It's a 7 p.m. game on Monday at the 9th of June. And if I wish to accept, I click accept. That mechanic is pretty much the same mechanic as it's used in SMS and push notification also. So the actions required from the player in order to have them respond really could not be easier. So we can see in this case, I have accepted this event. We'll come back over to the team list. We'll refresh that. Well, indeed. We will go back and we will click accept. Perhaps that will help. And then just one moment. We'll pause for a moment while we resolve this issue. Just 1 second.